blah blah blah. Uh, but just the way that the story evolved as you went on, uh, not like you said, not necessarily just like the story of what was going on with Sarah, the planet that the COG, the Coalition of Governments, live on, where your main character Marcus Phoenix lives, but the story of all the characters. You have Anya, who's just like a lieutenant. I don't know what to call her. I guess she's like your intel person, and by the third one, she's a full-blown soldier ready to just go out and kill people and kill the locust. Then you got Coltrane. Woo, Coltrane, baby, that guy is awesome. And then yeah, that was pretty much like the main multiplayer character I think for everybody.
Oh yeah.
And then you got
Coltrane, baby.
you got Damon Baird, the Baird. Chicks dig
Yeah.
the Baird. I had that shirt. I love that shirt. But
Should wear that to work next week.
I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it.
Uh,
Everybody thought it said beard for the longest time, and I'm like, it says Baird. But I don't want to talk about that shirt because that shirt means that I acknowledge that Gears of War Judgment exists, which I don't acknowledge that. Maybe the
I
story.
didn't play it.
Maybe the story. But so my main love for Gears of War comes from two people, which is Marcus Phoenix, the main character, and the man himself, Dominique Santiago. And like Tom said, at the end of Dom's story, which comes to a conclusion at number 3, if you did not cry, you are not a human being. You are a locust. I'm stealing that from you. Go to hell. Go to fucking hell. I said that. No, but the story was so great. It wrapped everything together. Everybody split up at 2, trying to figure out what they do because they synced Jacinto, which was like the last human stronghold, trying to figure out what to do next, trying to buy themselves some time to fight off the Locust. And then Marcus and Dom, they get on a ship and they go out to sea and try and figure out what to do. Whereas like Colonel Hoffman or General Hoffman, let's call him Hoffman. How about that? He pretty much he went back to the old stronghold, and they were trying to hold up there, but it doesn't always work out that way. But yeah, the story just it ended so well. I know Tommy said that you didn't think the story was that amazing. I did. I loved the journey of the characters, just seeing how much they changed and they progressed. Like I think the Dominique Santiago scenes alone are just the saddest things I've ever seen in a video game. I mean, the guy's out there trying to save the world, back up his buddies, trying to find his wife. His kids are dead. Then he finds his wife, and his wife's not that well off, and he kills her.
Not really.
No, she's pretty
Kind
bad.
of in a bad way.
She's kind of in a bad way, and he has to kill her himself. And then in Gears 3, he makes the ultimate sacrifice to save his team and let them continue on to fight to find the Queen and stop the Locust and the Lambent once and for all. And he kills himself.
Let's just say it's a mad world.
It's a mad world. Oh my god! And just that scene whenever he turns around in that vehicle and then takes off, and he's just telling Marcus to jump and get away. And all of a sudden you hear Mad World start playing in the background. You're just like, I'm sitting there just like my hands are over my face. And I'm like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's going to make it. He's Dom. He's not going to do it. He's going to make it. He's Dom. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. I can't kill him. I can't kill him. I was just sitting there saying to myself forever. And then it's just the way that it happens. He like looks up and he's like, you never thought it'd end like this, did you, Maria? And I just lost it. I just lost it like a grown-ass man just yelling. I threw my controller across the room. I was pissed. It took me about 10 minutes to come down from that. I'm just going to say that. But Gears of War is not only about the campaign. The multiplayer on it is just absolutely my favorite multiplayer that I have ever played. I have probably sunk hundreds, thousands, millions of hours into the multiplayer. This is my Call of Duty. I think Gears of War 3 was well into its lifespan. Like I think over a year and a half. And I was still playing the crap out of this. I was level 100, then my Xbox glitched out, deleted all my content. I was like, well, guess I get to start over. But the thing I love about Gears of War is that I don't have to sit here and wait 10 years to level up my weapons to get the Nasher shotgun or the Lancer assault rifle. I just have it unlocked immediately. And, just bodying people with the Nasher shotgun, nothing feels better than that. Yes, nothing feels better than just going into a room and being able to just knock out 4 or 5 people without, while you're trying, but just the just everything about it just perfect to me.
Yes.
I mean, this might not be everybody's top game for single player and multiplayer like it is for mine. I guess second game. But just the multiplayer alone, if they, if they just re-release number 3 on the Xbox One, the multiplayer only, I would probably be in heaven for like the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, as long as people kept playing it. So Tom, I've talked enough about Gears of War. Did you ever play it, or do you like playing it, or do you hate it?
I really like Gears of War. I don't think the story is great. I think the story is good, and like a Commando is a good enough story.
Yeah.
The movie Commando, where
On
you
a
don't really need an excuse to kill a bunch of enemies. I thought some of the stuff was a little corny, a little heavy-handed, but
it was, but it was good.
but it was still really good. Like the campaign itself, the story was good enough to get you through it, and to want to see the next part. It's no Last of Us, but it's better than
Yeah.
it's better than your run-of-the-mill shooter kind of campaigns. But the Gears games are some of the best, just total packages in video games. I mean, you've got a good campaign that you can play solo or co-op. You have horde mode. You have the multiplayer. For me, the multiplayer is great. I love how different it is than Halo, Call of Duty, all that kind of stuff. I'm absolutely awful at it.
I'll carry you. It's all right.
I think, yeah, if the next one comes out, you're carrying for sure. I think I played like 100 hours of Gears 3, and by the end of it, like, my KD was so low at the beginning, I think I was at like a .6 KD after like 100 hours playing. Like, I was really, really
I maxed out at, before I finished in the multiplayer, this was right before Judgment came out, because I was, so I'll talk about Judgment for like 30 seconds, so I can't, just the monkey on my back. So Judgment was about to come out, and I was leading up to it. I played the Overrun beta, and I was like, it's okay, I don't like it,
Right.
it's okay, it's just okay. It's not Gears of War to me. I liked Beast Mode in Gears of War 3. I thought it was a nice take, a nice turnaround to kill humans instead of locusts. I didn't agree with killing Dom, though. Oh, rest in peace, buddy. But no, I did not enjoy the Overrun beta that much. I played it and I was like, it's okay, but it's not great. And then Judgment came out. I took 3 days off of work to play it. I stopped playing Gears of War 3. I took a picture of it, put it on Facebook or whatever, and it was 2.1 KD finishing off Gears of War 3. I was pretty happy about that. That's just versus. Yeah, that was versus ranked match. No, that wasn't ranked match. That was just player match or quick match because I usually played by myself. I was a lone wolf. Occasionally I play with like 1 or 2 other guys, but not too often.
Yeah.
But the problem with Judgment was that they tried too hard to cater to a different crowd that was not the Gears of War crowd. The campaign was okay. I liked the campaign. It was kind of cool. It was very predictable, obviously, because it was Lieutenant Baird, who is in the other Gears of War games as Private Baird. So obviously, yeah, is he gonna die? There's Coltrane. Oh, what happens to Coltrane? Does he die?
Baby, woo!
No, yeah. But it was just like, really, like you're. I mean, I understand that Baird and Cole are gonna live. It was 4-player co-op like Gears of War 3, which was just fantastic. The co-op was, but the multiplayer, just picking up ammo as you run over it, that's not Gears of War. Having team deathmatch be 50 kills and you win, that's not Gears of War. I could single-handedly, it's happened only once or twice, I'm not saying I'm that amazing, but where it's like me versus like all 5 enemies and they have still like 2 or 3 respawns and I win. That is like the greatest feeling you can get, but you didn't get that in that one. It was another Call of Duty. Like, I could go, for example, like 25-1, carry half the team's score, and we could lose. And it was just so frustrating. I played the game, I think I got to like level 50 or 60, which is pretty low. I think you could get up to, I can't remember, I don't remember now, but I stopped playing. First time ever in my life I've ever traded in a Gears of War game, and it was the saddest moment of my life with trading it in. But
just had Mad World playing in the background.
yes, exactly. But so wow, it's already been almost an hour we've been talking. So obviously we got to number 2. We did not get to number 1, which is very sad. But
Can I give a sneak peek of what number 1 is next?
I'm thinking people might know what number 1 is.
Oh,
Maybe.
It's not Donkey Kong Country.
It's not Donkey Kong Country, but it is something else. And I'm not sure what it is. But that just means you have to come back next week and stay tuned to find out what it is, you guys. Thanks again for joining us for our very first video podcast. I'm Tim, the man to my internet left over here. That's Tom, T-Money OG. So make sure to come back next week, all right?